What's up, everybody? This is Carlton Cullins, personal trainer and nutrition specialist here in Austin, Texas. I'm also the owner of the Blue Sky Strong Box, and today is February 1st, 2010. That's a mouthful. Today is Groundhog's Day. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Today what I want to talk about is the warm-up. The thing that everybody should do before they do any kind of exercise or anything like that. You need to warm up. It's absolutely important. The warm-up is actually not the same as stretching before a workout. You actually need to warm the body up. Get the blood flowing from, the blood sits in here around all the vital organs. You've got to push it out to the extremities and get the joints lubricated, everything ready to go, so when you start moving and exercise, you won't hurt yourself. The best way to achieve a good workout and do a lot of other things at the same time is by using this thing right here. These things are called foam rollers. A physical therapist used them for years, but now we use them here, like personal trainers, and you can actually get these at Target. I actually got these offline, and they're usually about 10 or 15 bucks. I will put up a link later on. I use a website called performbetter.com, but I'll put a link up and show you where you can get them. They come in different sizes, shapes, and densities, but it's nothing but a cheap piece of foam, and all you do is roll over it. And what this does is improve the density of the muscles. You want to make the muscles less dense. They do become dense just from all the things that we do and live in life. They become dense and hard, and you want to loosen them up so that the blood can get through them, and we can also open the lines of communication from the brain to the muscles, because there are nerves that do that, the central nervous system, and that's where it all communicates on telling the body what to do and what not to do. If you've got a big mash of wad of muscle in there, it's probably not communicating very well, and it's going to lead to altered movement and stuff like that, and that leads to injury. So we're just trying to prevent injury. This is the best way to do this. They also call this the poor person's massage therapist. So you don't have to necessarily, you can kind of get out of not going to massage therapy as often if you use one of these. And you can use these every day as much as you want, and it's not going to hurt you a bit. Let's get into what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. The first thing you should do with this, when I wake up in the morning, I even do this as a way to get up. You can take a foam roller and you can put it right in the middle of your back. Do not, and I repeat, do not put this on your lower back. It needs to be in the middle meat of your back. Don't ever roll over your lower back, because it's just bad in that part of the lumbar spine. You're going to roll over what's called the thoracic spine, the middle part of the body. What I do is I do my arms like this to kind of open my shoulder blades up, pick your hips up, and just roll back and forth. You're going to roll slowly but surely about 10 times each position. That's the first thing I do almost every morning. Roll slow on the back. The second position you can do is you can get in here, is you can sit on one side of your butt cheek basically. Lift that leg up if you can and go slowly. You want to roll over the whole hip area. Roll over. You want to actually seek out the sore spots. There's going to be some sore spots you're going to find. You want to actually find those and roll over those the most. Those are the areas that actually need, you might even actually have to sit on that area to try to mash that knot out. It's going to hurt. This stuff hurts sometimes, but it will eventually get better and it'll improve everything, I promise you. So if you've ever been to a massage therapist, it hurts sometimes too when they do a deep tissue massage, but that's because they're trying to work out the stuff that's not supposed to be there. So this stuff works really well. That's the second one. You want to roll over the glutes. The third area is you want to roll over the hip area. Basically, all of the hip where the pocket is, the front part of the hip where the pelvis is, you want to roll all this area. I'm going to roll the other side, but you basically just roll it over it comfortably like this. Just do about 10 times, 10 slow times, nice and steady. The next one is you're going to roll the side of the leg. This one is probably the most painful out of all of these, but you're going to put that leg straight on the side and use the top leg to push forward. After a while, you don't feel it anymore, and you can kind of put the legs on top. But I'm warning you, this one's going to be really, really painful, so go really slow on this one. You also need to roll the inner thighs, also called the adductors, and you've kind of got to lay down on the ground, put this thing perpendicular to your leg, and just roll from the pubic bone all the way out to the knee. Really slow. These, like I said, these come in different densities. These black ones here, which are the ones I prefer most of the time, are a little bit more dense. When you've been using them for a while, you need something a little bit tougher. And then I've kind of graduated to this crazy thing, and it's basically, I call it the meat tenderizer. It's a PVC pipe wrapped in duct tape. So now I roll on this thing to help break everything up. That used to would have killed me. It doesn't hurt that much anymore because I've tenderized my leg knees. So that works pretty well. The last thing you can use, you can get a tennis ball, racquetball, golf ball. This is a lacrosse ball. It costs me $1. And you can roll your feet out with this. And finding the pressure points, you're just trying to seek out those tender areas. What physical therapists a lot of times call them trigger points. But this stuff is cheap and easy, and it is absolutely the best thing to do. You can't do this enough. You can do this every day, and you should do this as a warm-up. That's my tips for this week. I will have more next week. Work on this stuff, and I wish you the best. See you next week. Bye.